Before diving into this incredible story, remember to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Here, every story has something to say, and you won't want to miss a single one. The Étoile du Soir restaurant, renowned for its luxury and impeccable service, was packed that evening. Chandeliers sparkled on immaculate tablecloths, and each table seemed reserved for select guests. Among them, a nervous and somewhat overconfident junior waiter circulated with his tray, distributing forced smiles and inappropriate remarks. Suddenly, a figure approached his table, an elegant, unassuming man with penetrating eyes, ordering a simple dish with quiet courtesy. The waiter, taken aback by his youthful arrogance, made a casual remark, a mocking comment about his appearance and demeanor. He meant to be joking, but his words echoed in the hushed air like a blatant insult. The man remained silent for a few seconds, his gaze fixed intensely on the waiter. Then, in a calm but icy voice, he simply said, "I am Keanu Reeves, and this restaurant is mine." The waiter froze, feeling his world crumble in a fraction of a second. All the arrogance, all the insolence he thought he had mastered, vanished before the stunning revelation. In the heavy silence, the candlestick suddenly seemed brighter, almost accusatory, and every glance around him seemed to weigh like a judgment. The waiter, still frozen, stammered something incomprehensible. Keanu Reeves watched him with icy patience, as if each second of silence weighed more heavily than any insult. Around them, the discreet murmur of the customers intensified. Some immediately recognized the star, others simply sensed that something important had just happened. I didn't know," stammered the waiter, trying to back away, but his feet seemed glued to the ground. Keanu stepped forward calmly, his gaze still fixed on him. "Ignorance doesn't excuse disrespect. Here, respect is the first rule." His voice was neither angry nor mocking, but each word resonated like a lesson. The waiter felt his throat tighten. He knew he should apologize, but no words seemed strong enough to undo his mistake. With trembling breath, he finally managed to say, "I'm so sorry, sir, for what I said. I didn't mean to." Keanu nodded slowly. "Good. But words have consequences. Today, you will learn to serve with respect, and tomorrow, I want you to think about how you treat others, even when you think no one is watching." The waiter lowered his eyes in shame, but a strange gratitude began to stir within him. This encounter, though humiliating, had just offered him a lesson he would never forget. As Keanu returned to his table, a slight smile appeared on his lips. The waiter realized, at that precise moment, that sometimes karma takes the form of an unexpected master, and sometimes, that master bears the name of Keanu Reeves. The next morning, the waiter arrived at the restaurant with a mixture of apprehension and determination. He knew that his apology from yesterday was only a first step, he now had to prove that he had learned his lesson. Upon his arrival, he began observing his colleagues' every move, mentally noting what he needed to improve. Gestures, smiles, the attentive way they served customers, everything took on a new meaning. He remembered Keanu Reeves' words, which still echoed in his mind, "Words have consequences." Suddenly, the restaurant door opened, and Keanu walked in again. But this time, he wasn't alone. Several celebrities and regular customers were with him. The waiter sensed a wave of panic, he had to make a good impression, and quickly. Every order he took was executed with almost obsessive care. He left nothing to chance, the wine glass was perfectly tilted, the tablecloth immaculate, and his smile genuine. Every time Keanu met his gaze, a shiver ran down his spine. After the service, as the restaurant began to empty, Keanu approached him. "I've been watching you all evening," he said calmly. "You've shown courage and humility. Few people know how to accept their mistakes and take action to correct them." The waiter felt his heart lighten. It was no longer just a warning, it was recognition. For the first time, he understood that respect and dignity were not demanded, they were earned. Keanu gave a small smile and added, "Keep it up, and you might just become one of the best waiters in town, but more importantly, a better man." The waiter, his eyes shining, knew he would never look at his job or his customers the same way again. That day, he had learned a lesson he would never forget: thanks to an unexpected owner and a simple act of humility. A few days later, the Étoile du Soir restaurant hosted a special evening for its loyal customers, featuring an exclusive tasting menu and impeccable service. The waiter, now more confident, decided to seize this opportunity to showcase his progress. From the moment it opened, he moved with grace and confidence, anticipating the needs of customers before they even expressed them. The glasses were always full, the dishes served to perfection, and his genuine smile had replaced any past arrogance. Midway through the evening, an unexpected situation arose. A customer accidentally spilled a glass of red wine on her white dress. Anxiety immediately rose in the room, but the waiter reacted calmly and efficiently. He quickly brought napkins, calmed the customer, and improvised a solution to protect her outfit until she could be changed. Keanu Reeves, who had been watching the scene from his table, gave a discreet smile. The waiter hadn't just corrected his mistakes, he had learned to turn every unexpected event into an opportunity to serve with dignity and respect. At the end of the evening, Keanu approached the waiter again. "You did more than redeem yourself," he said. "You showed that humility and professionalism can turn a mistake into a real success." The waiter, moved, realized that this experience had changed his life. Far from him was the idea that his past incident would only be a source of shame. He had learned, grown, and earned the respect of those he admired. Leaving the restaurant that evening, he smiled, thinking back to their first encounter, the awkward insult, the surprise, the lesson, all of it had led him to become a better version of himself. And somewhere deep down, he knew that Keanu Reeves would be more than just a celebrity to him. He knew he would be an unexpected mentor who had changed his life. A few weeks later, the restaurant hosted another special event, and the waiter thought everything would proceed as normal. He served his customers with the same care and attention as before, every gesture imbued with confidence and respect. Suddenly, Keanu Reeves entered the room, accompanied by a camera and several members of his team. The waiter felt his heart race. What was going on? Keanu approached him with a wide smile and said, "I remembered your clumsiness from the first day, and I thought the world should see your transformation." At that precise moment, the camera lit up, and Keanu announced to the customers, "This young man here has learned what respect and humility truly mean. He turned a mistake into a lesson for all of us." The room erupted in applause. The waiter, red as a tomato, didn't know where to look. But the surprise wasn't over. Keanu pulled a small notebook from his pocket. "I'd like you to accept this." Inside was a personal note and an invitation. "Come work on my next film shoot as my personal assistant. You've proven you can handle stress, unexpected situations, and difficult personalities." The waiter burst with joy. What had begun as an awkward insult had transformed into an incredible and unexpected opportunity. Not only had he earned everyone's respect, but he was being offered a unique chance to work alongside a legend. Leaving the restaurant that night, he thought back on his first mistake with a smile. Sometimes, even the worst blunders can become stepping stones, especially when Keanu Reeves is around.